The other day I was having a discussion with project managers about entering jobs in the tracking system and as to how to classify them on the priority list, high, medium, and low. And some of the project managers suggested that there should be another entry, which is a rush. And that's something what I want to ask you. Should there be a type of priority called rush where everyone just jumps on it, runs through it, and get it done as quickly as possible? That is what we're discussing today. One of the similar topics I already discussed before, which is classifying your request priorities, right? So if you have, let's say, tracking system that supports high, medium, and low priority requests, and all the requests that are being put in a high priority, well, then it doesn't matter. They all might as well be low priority because there is no difference. The point of having different priorities is to say which jobs need to be worked on first after the other ones. They don't really say that you need to work on them faster, right? That's not what the high priority requests are. That just means they're earlier on in the queue. And not everyone understands that and try to put everything as a high priority request, which winds up putting everything basically on the same level, same playing field. And at some point, an idea was proposed that we should have one more status, which is called rush. And I'm like, well, what does that mean? We already have a high priority request. What do you mean rush? Well, I was told, like, that means somebody needs to jump on it right away and get it done as quickly as possible, like just pound it and get it done quickly. And I'm like, no, I don't think that's a good idea. This is why we have high priority requests. So if something is like that, that's how you should classify it. So everything, normal requests should go in the medium, and everything that is like that you're describing needs to be put on a high priority list. So then the conversation kind of went, well, how do we tell you guys that you need to like drop everything and jump on this request and work on it as fast as possible? And I said, well, just take the other jobs off the high priority list. So there's only one job that is high priority and everything lower than that. And this way the analyst is going to know that this is the highest priority job and somebody is going to be on it right away. But then how do we tell you that this job needs to be worked on extra fast? And I'm like, well, you actually don't, because we are going to work on it at the pace that the job requires. Are there any QC steps you want us to skip? Probably not. Are there any shortcuts you want us to do? Probably not. So how are we going to make this job extra fast if we're not skipping any of the steps of the job? So in my opinion, you really don't want to be working on a job extra fast because that's how you skip steps and such. Now, the only argument for that I can make to make job rush is, let's say somebody's working on a job and they're almost done and then they want to go out for lunch. Like you could say to somebody, hey, maybe hang in there. Can you just wrap it up, 15, 20 minutes before you go out for lunch so we could send it out? So that could be the only reason why to say something is like a rush and work on it really fast. But even then, the difference between half an hour, maybe 20 minutes, half an hour is probably not going to make any real difference to a project. If somebody goes out to lunch and finishes it then, sure, 20 minutes, half an hour earlier, but realistically, it probably will not make any difference. So let me know if you think jobs should be classified as rush jobs where somebody just drops everything and rushes through it as quickly as possible, or should they just simply be pushed up in the queue and that's it. And then analysts or whoever's working on them will figure out how to get it done in the most efficient way. Let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to follow on LinkedIn, subscribe on YouTube, and I will see you in another video.